Introduction: Why Brain Health Matters After 65. Aging brings wisdom, experience, and a lifetime of memories. But for many, it also brings concerns about brain health. After 65, it's natural to notice little changes, forgetting a name, misplacing keys, or struggling to recall a word that used to come easily. While occasional forgetfulness is normal, protecting memory becomes a top priority for seniors who want to live independently, stay sharp, and continue enjoying life to the fullest. The good news: nutrition plays a powerful role in how well your brain ages. In fact, certain foods act almost like fuel for your neurons, keeping your brain cells energized, your memory sharp, and your mood balanced. These are called brain foods, rich in compounds that support blood flow to the brain, reduce inflammation, and even stimulate the growth of new brain cells. In this video, we'll explore 7 brain foods that are especially powerful for adults over 65. We'll dive into the science behind them, explain how they work, and give you practical tips to enjoy them daily. Think of this as your roadmap to lifelong brain health: delicious, accessible, and backed by research. Chapter 1: The Brain-Food Connection. Your brain is the most energy-hungry organ in your entire body. Even though it weighs only about 3 pounds and makes up just 2% of your body mass, it consumes roughly 20% of your daily energy intake. That means 1/5 of every bite of food you eat ultimately fuels your thoughts, emotions, focus, and memory. Every spark of creativity, every childhood memory, and every problem you solve depends on a constant flow of nutrients and oxygen. As we age, however, the brain doesn't run as efficiently as it once did. Think of it like a high-performance engine that has endured decades of wear and tear. Here are some of the biggest challenges your brain faces after 60. Reduced blood flow: aging stiffens and narrows blood vessels, slowing the delivery of oxygen and glucose. This makes it harder for brain cells to function at full capacity. Inflammation: a natural part of the immune response, but chronic inflammation damages delicate neurons and accelerates cognitive decline. Oxidative stress: imagine rust slowly eating away at metal. Oxidative stress has a similar effect on brain cells, gradually harming neurons and impairing memory. Decline in neurotransmitter production: neurotransmitters are the brain's chemical messengers. Acetylcholine supports memory, dopamine drives motivation, and serotonin stabilizes mood. With age, production drops, leading to forgetfulness, mood swings, and slower thinking. But here's the hopeful part: your diet has the power to either speed up or slow down this decline. Foods rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamins, and plant polyphenol act like protective armor for your neurons. They reduce oxidative stress, improve blood flow, and even stimulate the birth of new brain cells. On the other hand, a diet overloaded with refined sugar, processed carbs, and unhealthy fats pours fuel on the fire of inflammation and cognitive aging. In fact, scientists have designed a dietary approach specifically to protect the brain: the MIND diet, Mediterranean-intervention for neurodegenerative delay. It combines the heart-protective Mediterranean diet with the blood pressure-lowering diet, and its results are nothing short of remarkable. Seniors who follow it can cut their risk of Alzheimer's disease by up to 53%. Even those who follow it moderately can reduce risk by more than 30%. And at the core of this brain-saving diet? The very foods we're going to explore in this guide. Your brain is not doomed to deteriorate with age. With the right nutrition, you can nourish it, protect it, and even sharpen it, keeping your memory, clarity, and focus strong well into your 80s and 90s. Chapter 2: Blueberries, the memory berry. Blueberries are often called brain berries, and this nickname isn't just clever marketing, it's rooted in science. These small, dark blue fruits contain anthocyanins, a class of powerful antioxidants that give blueberries their rich color. Unlike many nutrients that get filtered out by the body, anthocyanins can actually cross the blood-brain barrier and directly interact with neurons. This makes them one of the most effective brain-protective foods available. How they work inside your brain. Boost blood flow: anthocyanins help relax and widen blood vessels, ensuring that oxygen and nutrients reach brain tissue more efficiently. This means more energy and sharper focus. Fight oxidative stress. They neutralize free radicals before they can damage neurons. Think of anthocyanins as tiny shields protecting brain cells from stress and decay. Enhance communication. Blueberries stimulate the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine, linked to motivation and reward, and acetylcholine, vital for memory and learning. Support neurogenesis. Emerging studies suggest blueberries encourage the growth of new brain cells in the hippocampus, the region responsible for learning and long-term memory. What the research shows. The evidence for blueberries is truly impressive. In a 12-week study, older adults who drank blueberry juice daily showed significant improvements in memory performance. MRI scans even revealed increased brain activity in memory-related regions. Another clinical trial found that just 1 cup of blueberries per day improved balance, focus, and cognitive function in seniors within weeks. Long-term population studies show that people who eat blueberries regularly experience slower rates of cognitive decline and reduced risk of dementia. How to add them to your diet. The beauty of blueberries is their versatility. Here are practical, senior-friendly ways to enjoy them. Stir into oatmeal or yogurt for a brain-boosting breakfast. Blend into smoothies with almond milk, spinach, or banana for added nutrition. Keep frozen blueberries on hand. Freezing preserves anthocyanins and nutrients, so they're just as powerful as fresh. Mix into whole grain muffins or pancakes for a healthier treat. Mash into applesauce or stir into cottage cheese for those who prefer softer foods. Whether fresh, frozen, or blended, blueberries are nature's sweet medicine. They're affordable, accessible, and one of the most heavily studied brain foods available. Eating them daily is like giving your brain a natural insurance policy against memory loss. Chapter 3: Fatty Fish, Omega-3s for Neuron Protection. Your brain is made up of nearly 60% fat, and one of the most important fats is DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, an omega-3 fatty acid found in fatty fish. DHA is what keeps neuron membranes soft, flexible, and efficient. Without enough of it, brain cells stiffen, signals slow down, and memory lapses become more frequent. The best sources of omega-3s: salmon, mackerel, sardines, trout, herring. These fish are loaded with omega-3s, but also provide vitamin D, selenium, and protein, all of which support brain and overall health. How omega-3s protect the brain. Strengthen cell membranes. DHA acts like insulation around electrical wires. It keeps neuron walls flexible, ensuring signals pass smoothly. Reduce inflammation. Chronic inflammation in the brain has been strongly linked to Alzheimer's disease. Omega-3s help calm and balance the immune response. Boost neurotransmitters. Omega-3s increase the activity of serotonin and dopamine, improving both mood and memory. This is why fish-rich diets are often linked to lower rates of depression. Support brain volume. Adequate omega-3 intake has been linked to larger brain size and slower brain shrinkage with age. Research highlights. A large study published in Neurology found that seniors with higher omega-3 levels had larger brain volumes, essentially delaying the natural shrinkage that comes with aging. Another long-term study revealed that eating fish once a week reduced the risk of Alzheimer's disease by nearly 30%. Clinical trials also show that omega-3 supplements can improve memory, processing speed, and even sleep quality in older adults. How to add fatty fish to your diet. Aim for at least 2 servings of fatty fish per week. Opt for wild-caught fish when possible, since they often contain higher omega-3 levels and fewer contaminants. For those who dislike fish, fish oil capsules or algae-based omega-3 supplements are excellent alternatives. Try baking salmon with lemon and herbs, grilling sardines, or making a trout salad sandwich for variety. Omega-3s are like the wiring insulation of your brain. They keep your mental circuits firing quickly, efficiently, and reliably. By nourishing your neurons with omega-3s, you give your brain the structural support it needs to stay sharp for life. Chapter 4, Walnuts, Small Nuts, Big Brain Boost. When you look at a walnut, it almost feels like nature left us a clue. The shape resembles a tiny brain, complete with left and right hemispheres. And interestingly, science now confirms what tradition has long suspected: walnuts are powerful allies for brain health, especially as we age. Walnuts are particularly rich in alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based form of omega-3 fatty acids. While ALA is not as potent as the DHA found in fatty fish, your body can partially convert it into DHA, making walnuts one of the few plant sources of omega-3s. They're also loaded with polyphenol, ellagic acid, vitamin E, magnesium, and antioxidants, all of which fight oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain. Benefits for the brain: sharper memory and learning. Regular walnut eaters often score higher on memory, concentration, and problem-solving tests. The healthy fats in walnuts keep neurons flexible, improving communication between brain cells. Reduced inflammation. Chronic brain inflammation is a key driver of cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. Walnuts contain ellagic acid and polyphenol that calm this inflammatory storm, protecting neurons from damage. Improved blood flow. Walnuts enhance endothelial function, the ability of blood vessels to expand and contract smoothly. This means more oxygen and glucose can reach the brain, fueling mental sharpness. Mood support. The ALA and antioxidants in walnuts may also reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, which are common in older adults and closely tied to memory performance. What the research says. The scientific evidence for walnuts is impressive. A UCLA study found that seniors who ate walnuts daily scored higher on memory, concentration, and information processing tests compared to those who didn't eat them. Another long-term study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging revealed that regular walnut consumption was linked to slower brain aging by up to 2 years. Animal studies also show that walnuts can improve motor coordination and slow down age-related degeneration of brain cells. How to add walnuts to your diet. The beauty of walnuts is their convenience. They're shelf-stable, portable, and easy to include in everyday meals. Snack Smart, a small handful, about a quarter cup or 7 to 9 walnuts, is enough to deliver brain benefits without adding too many calories. Top your meals. Sprinkle walnuts over salads, oatmeal, or roasted vegetables for crunch and nutrition. Make walnut butter. Blend walnuts into a creamy spread and use it as a substitute for peanut butter. Pair with fruit. Walnuts and apples or walnuts and berries make a brain-boosting snack combination. Walnuts are proof that sometimes the simplest foods provide the deepest benefits. By making them a daily habit, you're giving your brain steady protection against memory decline. Chapter 5, Leafy Greens, the Brain's Shield. They may not be flashy like blueberries or exotic like turmeric, but leafy greens, spinach, kale, collard greens, and Swiss chard, are some of the most powerful protectors of the aging brain. Often referred to as brain shields, these vegetables are loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that preserve memory and slow cognitive decline. Nutrients that matter. Vitamin K plays a vital role in supporting brain cell membranes and is strongly associated with slower rates of cognitive decline. Folate, vitamin B9, essential for neurotransmitter production. Folate deficiencies are linked to confusion, depression, and poor memory in older adults. Lutein and beta-carotene, antioxidants that accumulate in brain tissue and act as internal sunglasses, protecting neurons from light and oxidative damage. Magnesium helps regulate electrical activity in the brain and reduces stress responses. Research proof. One of the most cited studies comes from Rush University in Chicago. Researchers tracked the diets of more than 950 seniors for 5 years. They discovered that those who ate just one daily serving of leafy greens had the memory performance of someone 11 years younger. Other studies confirm that leafy green consumption is associated with slower brain aging, better processing speed, and reduced risk of Alzheimer's disease. Why they work. Leafy greens are nutrient-dense but low in calories, meaning they provide maximum brain fuel without straining the body. Their antioxidants fight oxidative stress, while their vitamins directly support neurotransmitter synthesis. Combined, they create a protective shield that keeps the brain functioning at its best. How to add them? Salads, a simple handful of spinach or mixed greens as a base. Soups and stews, toss kale, collards, or chard into warm dishes for extra nutrients. Smoothies, spinach blend seamlessly with fruit for a brain-boosting drink. Sautéed greens, lightly cook with olive oil and garlic for a delicious side dish. Egg dishes, mix chopped greens into omelets or scrambled eggs. The best part? Leafy greens are affordable, widely available, and versatile. Making them a daily part of your diet is like putting a protective barrier around your brain, slowing down the ticking clock of cognitive aging. Chapter 6, Turmeric, the golden spice for memory. Turmeric, the bright golden yellow spice often used in Indian and Middle Eastern cuisine, is more than just flavor for curries. Its key compound, curcumin, has been the subject of hundreds of studies for its effects on the brain. What makes curcumin extraordinary is its ability to cross the blood-brain barrier, meaning it can directly influence brain tissue in ways that most nutrients cannot. How curcumin helps the brain. Reduces brain inflammation. Chronic brain inflammation is linked to Alzheimer's and depression. Curcumin acts like a fire extinguisher, calming the inflammatory pathways. Boosts BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF is a hormone that stimulates the growth of new neurons and strengthens existing ones. Higher BDNF levels are associated with better memory and learning. Enhances mood. Curcumin has natural antidepressant properties. By reducing stress and improving mood, it indirectly protects memory and focus. Fights amyloid buildup. Research suggests curcumin reduces amyloid plaque deposits in the brain, one of the hallmarks of Alzheimer's disease. Research highlights. A UCLA study found that seniors who took curcumin supplements for 18 months showed significant improvements in memory and attention, along with reduced amyloid buildup visible in brain scans. Other studies suggest curcumin may improve working memory, mood, and even sleep quality in older adults. Populations in India, where turmeric consumption is high, have lower rates of Alzheimer's disease compared to Western countries, sparking global interest in this spice. How to use turmeric daily. Turmeric is versatile and can be added to many dishes. Curries and soups, a teaspoon of turmeric adds flavor and brain benefits. Roasted vegetables, sprinkle turmeric with olive oil before baking. Golden milk, a soothing drink made with warm milk, turmeric, black pepper, and cinnamon. Smoothies, add a pinch to fruit smoothies for an easy brain boost. Light bulb important tip, always combine turmeric with black pepper, which boosts curcumin absorption by up to 2000%. Pairing it with healthy fats like olive oil or coconut milk also improves its bioavailability. Turmeric is living proof that spices can be medicine. By making it a regular part of your meals, you're not just seasoning your food, you're seasoning your brain with protection, energy, and resilience. Chapter 7, Dark Chocolate, Indulgence with Benefits. For most people, chocolate is thought of as a guilty pleasure, something sweet, comforting, and perhaps best enjoyed sparingly. But when it comes to your brain, the right kind of chocolate, specifically dark chocolate with at least 70% cocoa content, is far more than just a treat. It's actually a functional food that can sharpen memory, improve mood, and protect against age-related decline. Why dark chocolate works for the brain. Unlike milk chocolate or candy bars loaded with sugar, dark chocolate is rich in flavonoids, a type of antioxidant found in cocoa beans. These flavonoids act directly on the brain by increasing blood flow to the brain. Flavonoids help relax blood vessels and improve circulation, ensuring that oxygen and nutrients reach brain cells more efficiently. Boosting memory and learning. Research shows flavonoids activate brain regions involved in memory formation, particularly the hippocampus, the memory center of the brain. Enhancing reaction time. Seniors who consume cocoa flavonoids have been found to respond faster to cognitive tests. Lifting mood naturally, dark chocolate stimulates the production of endorphins and serotonin, the brain's feel-good chemicals, which helps combat stress and low mood. Research that backs it up. A landmark Harvard study found that seniors who drank 2 cups of hot cocoa daily for 30 days had significantly better blood flow to the brain and scored higher on memory tests. Another study published in Frontiers in Nutrition discovered that regular cocoa consumption improved working memory, processing speed, and overall attention span in older adults. In fact, neuroscientists often refer to cocoa flavonoids as fertilizer for the brain, because they help support the growth of new neurons and strengthen connections between brain cells. How to add dark chocolate to your day. Enjoy a small square, about 1 ounce, daily. Make sure it's at least 70% cocoa to maximize flavonoid content and minimize sugar. Use unsweetened cocoa powder in smoothies or oatmeal. A tablespoon can turn a regular breakfast into a brain-nourishing one. Make hot cocoa with almond milk. Skip the sugary packets and create your own antioxidant-rich drink with pure cocoa, almond milk, and a touch of cinnamon. Pair with nuts. Eating dark chocolate with walnuts or almonds boosts its brain protective power even more. The bottom line. Dark chocolate proves that healthy foods don't have to feel restrictive. When chosen wisely and eaten in moderation, it can be both indulgent and therapeutic, making it one of the rare foods that truly satisfies both body and mind. Chapter 8, Green Tea, Focus and Calm Combined. Green tea has been celebrated in Asian cultures for centuries as a drink of clarity, vitality, and longevity. Modern science confirms what ancient wisdom always suspected: green tea is one of the best beverages for brain health. The unique brain-boosting combo. Green tea contains 2 powerhouse compounds that make it special. Caffeine, a natural stimulant that enhances alertness, improves reaction time, and helps you stay focused. L-theanine, an amino acid that promotes relaxation without causing drowsiness. Together with caffeine, it creates a rare effect: calm focus. Unlike coffee, which can make some people jittery, green tea provides steady mental energy. It sharpens attention while keeping stress levels low. Brain benefits of green tea. Enhances focus and attention, perfect for reading, working, or problem solving. Protects neurons, rich in catechins, powerful antioxidants that prevent oxidative damage and inflammation in brain cells. Reduces anxiety. Studies show green tea lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, creating a calmer, more resilient brain. Improves memory networks. Functional MRI scans have revealed that green tea drinkers have stronger connectivity in brain regions tied to learning and memory. What research shows? A study published in Psychopharmacology demonstrated that participants who consumed green tea extract showed better memory performance during working memory tasks. Another long-term Japanese study found that seniors who drank green tea daily had a lower risk of cognitive impairment compared to non-drinkers. How to enjoy green tea. Drink 2 to 3 cups daily. Hot or iced, it delivers steady benefits throughout the day. Try matcha. This powdered form of green tea is richer in antioxidants and L-theanine, making it a more concentrated brain booster. Make it a ritual. Instead of rushing, prepare green tea slowly. This mindful act reduces stress as much as the drink itself. Skip the sugar. Green tea has a subtle, earthy flavor that pairs well with lemon or mint. The bottom line. Green tea is nature's gentle brain tonic. It doesn't overwhelm your system but instead supports focus, memory, and calm in perfect balance. For seniors, it's an ideal alternative to coffee, providing mental clarity without overstimulation. Chapter 9, Lifestyle Habits that Boost Brain Foods. Eating brain foods is powerful, but food alone isn't enough. Think of brain foods as the fuel, while your lifestyle is the engine. Without healthy daily habits, even the best diet won't protect your memory fully. Here are 4 lifestyle habits that work hand in hand with brain foods to create the ultimate defense against memory loss. 1. Exercise, moving oxygen to the brain. Physical activity is one of the most reliable ways to improve brain health. When you exercise, blood flow to the brain increases, delivering oxygen and nutrients. The brain releases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that stimulates the growth of new neurons. Stress hormones drop, protecting memory. Even a 30-minute brisk walk daily has been shown to improve executive function and recall in seniors. Yoga and swimming are also excellent because they combine movement with relaxation. 2. Sleep, the brain's nightly reset. During deep sleep, your brain doesn't just rest, it cleans itself. A specialized system called the glymphatic system clears away toxic proteins, including amyloid plaques linked to Alzheimer's. Without 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, memory consolidation suffers. Focus declines. Risk of dementia increases. Sleep acts like the delete button for unneeded information, making space for new memories. 3. Stress management, protecting neurons from damage. Chronic stress floods the brain with cortisol, which over time shrinks the hippocampus, the memory hub. Stress also increases inflammation, accelerating cognitive decline. Practices like meditation, even 10 minutes daily. Deep breathing, slows the nervous system. Journaling, organizes thoughts and reduces mental load. All help calm the brain, protecting it from the wear and tear of daily stress. 4. Social engagement, the brain's workout. Humans are wired for connection. Social interaction stimulates multiple brain regions, keeping them active and flexible. Studies show that loneliness accelerates memory decline, while regular conversations, friendships, and hobbies help maintain cognitive resilience. Something as simple as joining a book club, volunteering, or playing games with friends can act as a workout for your brain. Chapter 10, Putting It All Together, Your Daily Brain-Boosting Plate. By now, we've covered 7 powerful brain foods. Fatty fish. Blueberries. Olive oil. Walnuts. Leafy greens. Turmeric. Dark chocolate. Plus, we've seen how green tea and lifestyle habits supercharge their effects. But how do you make this practical in your daily life? A sample brain-boosting day. Breakfast. Oatmeal topped with blueberries and a sprinkle of walnuts. A cup of green tea to start the day with calm focus. Lunch. A spinach salad with grilled salmon, drizzled with extra virgin olive oil and fresh lemon juice. A side of whole grain bread for fiber. Snack. A small square of dark chocolate, 70% or higher, paired with a few extra walnuts. Dinner. Grilled trout or sardines, served with turmeric-spiced vegetables like cauliflower and carrots. A small side of leafy greens sautéed in olive oil. Evening. A warm cup of golden milk, turmeric, black pepper, and milk of your choice. Or another calming cup of green tea if you prefer. Why this works? This daily plate combines all 7 brain foods into a simple, realistic plan. It provides omega-3s for cell structure and communication, antioxidants to fight brain aging, polyphenol to reduce inflammation, minerals and vitamins that protect neurons and support neurotransmitters. Final thought. Protecting your memory after 65 doesn't require exotic superfoods or expensive supplements. By choosing the right foods, maintaining healthy habits, and creating a routine that blends both, you're giving your brain the tools it needs to stay sharp, for life. Conclusion: your brain, your legacy. Your brain holds the memories of your childhood, your family, your greatest joys, and your hard-earned wisdom. After 65, protecting it is not just about avoiding disease, it's about preserving the essence of who you are. By making brain foods a daily habit, you're investing in sharper memory, better focus, and a longer, more independent life. And the best part? These foods are delicious, affordable, and easy to enjoy every single day. So next time you sit down for a meal, ask yourself, am I feeding my brain? Because the choices you make today will shape the memories you hold tomorrow.